Hello friends. So let's talk here about Scorpio Scorpio sign in the year 2020. Let's see what Scorpio people can expect. As you most probably know, the year 2020 is very specific because there are many planets in the Capricorn sign. We talked about this in previous year in some of my special videos, so if you wish, please check my video, Saturn in Capricorn. Sorry about this. Then Jupiter in Capricorn, lunar nodes and eclipses on Capricorn Cancer axis. There are two videos also about the conjunction of Pluto and Saturn in the sign of Capricorn. If you have been following the videos, then you most probably know where are those planets for you if you are a Scorpio sign. So this is what we are going to talk about. Is about Scorpio ascendant. Then it works also for those who have Sun in Scorpio, and to a certain degree also for those who have Moon in the Scorpio sign. During the year 2020, Scorpios are solving more or less similar issues as in the 2019, with the difference that now the planet Jupiter is entering the same field, which is changing everything and making life easier. Jupiter is our guru, so Jupiter brings knowledge that we need to have in order to solve certain areas of our life or to understand ourselves better in the sphere of certain issues that we are solving. Let me please remind you that astrology is very good if you want to understand ourselves, can be helpful if we are on the path of self-understanding, but everything finally depends on the level of one's spiritual life. People who are very much conscious and high spiritually, they are not that much under the influence of the transits. So big conjunctions are taking place in the third astrological house. And this is not a very important place in the horoscope, and it also signifies one certain area of life that we connect with communication. So this area of life can be important for those who study or teach, or eventually for those who deal with medias, they write for medias, then communicate through medias a lot, or go on short trips. For those who are somehow involved in work with the neighborhood, and also this is the area of siblings. And I know many Scorpio people who have troubles with their siblings in the last years. That's mainly because of Pluto, partly because of Saturn also. From a psychological point of view, this area of life is very interesting because in this area we see how one thinks. So we see if one is pessimistic or optimistic person, or what is his perception of the reality. And also we see how one then communicates, because communication is connected with our thinking that we see there. Especially verbal communication is visible here in this place. So with Pluto and Saturn in this place, mainly understand why others do not understand them. And under the pressure of some circumstances developed in previous years, Scorpio people developed new perception of reality. It was under the pressure, otherwise they would most probably not do it. So now Jupiter is coming to say that they were good at this and to give perhaps some gifts. Jupiter is our guru, so this is the energy that brings real, true knowledge, and also can bring more optimistic view of life. So maybe many Scorpios will be aware of that they influence their lives with their way of thinking. Most probably many Scorpios now have plans related to working or studying abroad, or maybe buying and selling abroad, doing business with some foreign countries. Whether they are studying or trading abroad, it can be quite a good period, or just traveling. It can be good, very good period for this 2020. To some planets that are in Capricorn, they are aspecting certain Scorpios. Not all Scorpios are influenced by the planets that are now in Capricorn sign, but many Scorpio people are. And those who are influenced, they have sextile with Capricorn planets. So those people will have unique period in their lives because they will through these aspects gain wealth, and or perhaps if they are not interested about money, they will go through some extremely deep inner transformations that will lead them in the future towards completely new life. So who are those Scorpio people? Mainly those who have planets on the last degrees of Scorpio. Jupiter and Pluto, this is especially important. Jupiter and Pluto are meeting in the Capricorn sign. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. So when these two planets meet, this will possibly bring huge finances to some Scorpios, or some crucial life events. It can be that they fulfill some big dreams, that kids are improving lives, that they have completely new visions about that, how they will function because they're completely transformed persons, and so on. Maybe you know that Uranus is in Taurus, and this is very important transit for Scorpio people because Taurus is opposite to Scorpio. I have 3 videos about Uranus in Taurus on my YouTube channel. Check them if you're interested. Uranus intrigues the planets in Scorpio, and all Scorpios will feel it from the year 2018 until the 2026, when it depends on which degree you have planets in Scorpio. This brings revolution and a turning point, and it is coming through partnership, or through business partners, or through marriage life. So the partner or partners, business partners, are those who are changing Scorpio. During the year 2020, Scorpios with the planets on the first degrees of their sign will be under the influence of Uranus. Some already feel it. So it can happen that because of their partnership situation, or their partner is changing that much, that actually provokes changes in Scorpios, and those changes are about money, possessions, emotional life, and their aesthetic values, especially for those who deal with aesthetics, interior design, and things like that. So you can expect changes for 180 degrees under the influence of other people. Then Venus will be retrograde this year in Gemini sign. That will happen in May and June. And this retrograde Venus deals with the same subject. This is money, partnership, emotional relationship. And also this can influence some lawsuits if you are on the court. If you want to divorce, then you can start this divorce process through the court in May and June, but otherwise you should not start other processes. Only if you are finishing with something, only in that case you should do it. Venus is the planet of pleasures, so it can be that Scorpio people will more analyze that what brings them pleasure in life. Then it is significant that during the year Mars will be retrograde in Aries. Mars is the second ruler of Scorpio. It is very strong in Aries sign during the whole second part of the year, but especially strong and dangerous, I have to say, from September to November. It can bring sudden reactions to Scorpio people, can make them exhausted at work, can make them very tired. So this is really the time when Scorpio people should pay attention to their health. Definitely they should not fight with their co-workers or people maybe who they employ. And they should exercise, in this time they should exercise properly. And if they feel that they have more energy than usually, that doesn't mean that they have to work more than usually. It will be better to change the diet, not eat meat or things like that, and to calm down a little bit. Chiron is in the same area of life, so Chiron is in Aries and is dealing with health issues, body issues, also this daily routine, or maybe is saying to Scorpio people that they should work in a different way and to take care of their health. So it's very useful, I'm saying, in this sign, Chiron is a natural healer. The sixth house is healing house. So if Scorpios want to learn how to heal others, how to use some alternative methods of healing, this is very good transit for them. Scorpio people have Neptune in the fifth astrological house, which makes them very romantic and can bring them new artistic talents or help them to develop their artistic talents. Some Scorpios may, with this aspect, expect too much from their children, can be unrealistic about their children. Be careful about that. Some will have visions that they should have extremely big money. And some will, under the influence of Neptune, love God more than ever before. You know, this is fantastic for religious life also. Mercury will be retrograde 3 times during the year and will mainly affect Scorpios in the autumn, around the November. It is always good when Mercury is retrograde in our sign, and especially if it happens around the birthday time, to maybe stop a little bit, to go inwards, to thank God for everything what you did during the year, to make clear your thoughts and visions for the future year, and so on. So that's actually what I wanted to tell you shortly about Scorpio during next year. Check my website symbolicthinking.net to see what I offer. I don't have much material in English, but there are some things. For example, I have an online course of astrology in English. It's very easy to learn basics of astrology with this course, so you may decide to purchase it. Then I also have different types of consultancy based on Thetahealing, which is method of spiritual energetic healing. Then I offer Feng Shui analysis and different types of astrological consultancy. Please pay attention that I do not work with classical astrology, and I do not predict the future. I'm interested in astrological psychology and spiritual astrology. Actually, I do not believe it's good to predict, and we actually cannot predict. We can predict only in the frame within the frame of a certain pattern. So we always know which area of life will be influenced in the years to come, but we don't know how a person will react to this. So it's good to know this about astrology. With my clients, I usually work on that to help them to discover deeper layers of their being, to clarify their inner mechanisms, and to find the meaning in everything what they do. So if you like the video, please like it, subscribe, and share. If you wish, I will be very grateful for that. And I wish you much happiness and wealth, both material and spiritual, in the year 2020.